Colin Cox, Hello, I'm Colin Cox, the project manager of the group.
I'm Carson Allen, and I'm the creative design lead.
And I'm Jenna Fountain, the project coordinator.
And we are CAS. So our product is called the Detoxifi, and the table of contents consists of our introduction, our personal story, our problem, research, quote, the solution, which is the Detoxifi, our experiment, our prototype 1 and our prototype 2, our STEAM involvement, and our thank you. Introduction about us. Our team's name is CAS. This stands for Clean Air Squad, and we make it our mission to clean our Earth's air in the best way possible. So one day when we were thinking about our project, we were inside of our homeroom classroom and we saw an 18-wheeler blow by, and it had a whole big cloud of black smoke come out of it. And it reminded us of our own personal experiences and that the problem needs to be fixed. So the personal story, which is from me. So one holiday season, I was visiting my homeland in Grenada, and we were walking around on our way to the beach, and my grandma started coughing. There was a whole bunch of like trucks with shipments and things in it that had a lot of black smoke coming out of them. And I checked up my grandma and asked her if she was okay, and she was like, yes, I'm okay, but the smoke has been around for a long time. My grandma, who is a diabetic, one working foot, and does have lung issues, it concerned me. It also concerned me for our future generations and for our other seniors that this heavy smoke could be a danger.
So what's the problem? The problem is that people are dying and suffering from air pollution. 8.8 million deaths are due to indoor and outdoor air pollution in total. 5.5 million deaths from all anthropogenic sources, 3.6 million deaths from burning fossil fuels. So here's our research. So it says all internal combustion engines produce pollutants such as CO2, CO, and HC, and oxides of nitrogen, NOx. In this image, the diesel exhaust is mostly being filtered out.
So in this picture, we just have like how basic filtration of the 18-wheeler works. It kind of shows you like the cycle and everything.
Yeah.
Existing solutions. A lot of products already exist. However, our project sets us apart. Two examples are black blade exhaust filters and EHC tinnic filters. Those are just those are ones that already exist, but our project is different.
So here's our quote. From solar to electric cars, from geothermal to reconfiguration, the scale of investment needed in green technologies in whatever agreement on emissions reductions are finally commenced. I'm Marina.
So what is our solution? Our solution is the Detoxifi. For this project, we wanted to figure out a way to reduce the amount of air pollution in the world. And through research, we found out that one of the top 10 causes of air pollution are vehicle emissions, which are basically the toxic gases and pollutants emitted from cars. So that's why we decided to create an attachment piece that goes to the exhaust pipe of a car and filters out all the toxic pollutants and gases out before it reaches our air. And so all we have left is clean air and entering our atmosphere. To test this, we created a hypothesis that basically stated that if our prototype is able to filter out the toxic pollutants and chemicals, and also the air is able to flow through all the way, then the prototype works successfully. To do this, we created a prototype which consisted of carbon filters, vent filters, and millipore filters, which are glued into an aluminum can.
This is one of our filters, and this is the can. I can show you the inside, I think.
And
go ahead.
And to test our prototype, we use this steamer, and which represented the exhaust pipe of a car. And we took the steam, we added dirty water within the steamer, and we put the filter, the attachment piece, towards the steamer and checked to see how much was being filtered and how much air was able to pass through. Our first experiment or testing was unsuccessful because the steam wasn't able to pass through successfully, but after making few adjustments, which include removing filters and adding bigger holes, the filtered air was able to come through and have a better airflow.
So our first prototype, it was like a coffee can, and we had a whole bunch of different filters that targeted certain chemicals. This is our first prototype. And it wasn't successful until we cut some larger holes in the top. Gianna can show you. At first, it wasn't successful with passing the air through. And then on our second prototype, we started advancing and noticing changes that we can make.
So our second prototype idea, we wanted to think about two things, making sure that everything was heat resistant and that we had heat-proof, eco-friendly filters. So when we were talking to our experts, she recommended us the following things. So first, JB Weld's glue, which is a heat-resistant glue that we plan to use for our second prototype, and 1000 Gringo bamboo filters and flow tips, which are 3 filters that we want to try to use for our second prototype. So here's our state involvement. We use science and engineering. So science, we had to create something that could remove chemical pollutants such as CO2 and nitrogen. And engineering, we had to use the engineering methods to design the prototype and to fulfill its purpose.
Thank you.
Any questions?